Good morning, guys. It's Andrea. Welcome to my YouTube and my Streams in the Desert daily devotional video for the day. It is a rainy, gross morning here, but I am feeling quite cozy inside, and me and Penny are playing and just having fun together, so it's really not so bad. April 7th, the verse for today is Isaiah 37. Their strength is to sit still. In order to really know God, inward stillness is absolutely necessary. I remember when I first learned this. Oh, Penny wants to say hi. Can you say hi, honey? Oh, that's my girl. That's my girl. Ah, looking like a grown-up with this hoodie and these jeans. If you have been following along, welcome back. If you're new, hi, nice to have you. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can keep up with all of the daily videos. And yeah, these are normally pretty short and sweet, but what I like is that I can look back and just see these little glimpses of, I don't know, the last couple months so far, and it's been really nice. Okay, back to the verse. A time of great emergency had risen in my life when every part of my being seemed to throb with anxiety, and when the necessity for immediate and vigorous action seemed overpowering, and yet circumstances were such that I could do nothing, and the person who could would not stir. For a little while it seemed as if I must fly to pieces with the inward turmoil, when suddenly the still small voice whispered in the depths of my soul, "Be still and know that I am God." The word was with power, and I hearkened. I composed my body to perfect stillness, and I constrained my troubled spirit into quietness, and looked up and waited. Then did I know that it was God, God even in the very emergency and in my helplessness to meet it, and I rested in Him. It was an experience that I would not have missed for worlds, and I may add also that out of this stillness seemed to arise a power to deal with the emergency that very soon brought it to a successful issue. I learned then effectually that my strength was to sit still, and that's by Hannah Whitall Smith. There is a perfect passivity which is not indolence. It is a living stillness born of trust. Quiet tension is not trust. It is simply compressed anxiety. And then this passage by Mary Rolls Jarvis. Not in the tumult of the rending storm, not in the earthquake or devouring flame, but in the hush that could all fear transform. The still small whisper to the prophet came. O soul, keep silence in the moans, in the mount of God. Though cares and needs throb around thee like a sea, from supplications and desires unshod, be still and hear what God shall say to thee. All fellowship hath interludes of rest, new strength maturing in each poise of power. The sweet alleluias of the blessed are silent for the space of half an hour. O rest in utter quietude of soul, abandon words, leave prayer and praise a while. Let thy whole being, hushed in His control, learn the full meaning of His voice and smile. Not as an athlete wrestling for a crown, not taking heaven by violence of will, but with thy Father as a child sit down, and know the bliss that follows His be still. Some of my best ideas and projects came out of when I was actually in what they call mommy jail. Like when my oldest daughter would nap, she could only nap when I held her for the most part, and it was always like a trial. 2 hours in, you have to pee, you have to eat, you're thirsty. There's so many needs that suddenly just come flooding to you when you are weighed down physically by the just love and trust that this other person is putting on you. And so I was happy to do it, but there were these physical realities, and my mind also was, needing fulfillment. It was just craving challenges. And so I would hold her, and even if I had the water right there, even if I had slept before that and it was okay, I wasn't super exhausted, my mind still needed something to think on. And I swear it was during those moments where I could only be still that I came up with some really great things for me and my family. And I challenge you to, if something is not physically making you be meditative and quiet during the day, please just set aside some time, if not to watch these today, you know, and every day. I know setting aside the time, find myself a little more peaceful throughout the rest of the day, having started these. And if you are able to just take that moment, you know, I challenge you to try it. Let me know how it's going. But supposedly it's a nice thing to do, and I personally recommend it. All right, well, like I said, follow along, like in the channel, you know, follow button, or just like, subscribe, whatever. Message me prayer requests, and I will see you guys tomorrow.